Get it out, what you handsome. You and dance on. Tell your boyfriend, go and put your pants on.
Spread between 4th and 6th Streets in downtown Minneapolis. We welcome you inside spacious U.S. Bank Stadium. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Minnesota Vikings. Have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Going to throw right away. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22. Yeah, we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved. Able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guy's up. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. He's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Corral on 2nd down. Drops this underneath for Chandler. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Brings up 3rd down.
Counter play. Here's Chandler. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to... They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So on 4th down, Ryan Wright on to punt for Minnesota. And look here, it's an opening drive fake. And this is caught, and the gamble pays off. They get the first. So what a call there. They get 9 on the fake punt and a first down. Well, you want to talk about catching the defense off guard. Opening drive fake punt, they got it.
That had the total feel of something that was scripted during the entire week leading up to the game. They made that decision probably on Tuesday. first drive of the game. If we don't get it, we're going to fake it, and it pays off in a big way.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. The Vikings at 2-0 here to begin the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, here's Corral. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Now, this defense for the Eagles very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
And this one is right down Broadway. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. To Montgomery to begin the drive. To the 43, 2nd down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football, because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. This one swung out to Montgomery. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Well, earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And Rager will not return it, so it'll come out to the 25 on the touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again, 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Corral. And And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. On 3rd down, Corral. And that will be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They go play action with Hurts. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
I don't think anyone thought we'd see a run facing 2nd and that long, and that element of surprise, I think helped make that play so successful. Nice effort on that carry, and it took what seemed like 2nd and impossible. Now has him within throwing range of a 1st down.
And he finds Montgomery complete. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
2nd down, back to Sanders. Give them 4 on the carry there, but that only takes them back to where they started. 3rd and 10.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they stop him short of the 1st as he can only get to the 20. That'll give him 8 that time, and that's going to make it 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. They're going on 4th down with Hurts. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Elliott good with a PAT, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Vikings take over 1st down 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. They're trying for Rager, but it's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. It was a Caleb Evans in on the stop. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A.J. Brown, 26 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And Rager will not return it, so it'll come out to the 25 on the touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 8.
Here's Corral. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Here's Corral on 1st down. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to poke them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Corral looking to pass, 2nd down. And that's dropped underneath to Nwangu. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
No gain on the play. Leads to second and goal at the 6-yard line.
Let's go.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And his kick is indeed good, and that'll get the deficit down to 15. So the 3 points there, CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
56 yards rushing for him now to this point.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on second down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one because they took away his arm, but he was more than happy to dissect it with his legs for that first down pickup.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Throwing is Hurts. He's going deep for Brown. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. But Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
They were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. Offense set to begin their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
It's a second down run with Sanders. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. From the gun, it's Hurts. Escaping the pressure right. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Over the middle, he's got Watkins. He's got room at the 30. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Yeah, and this defense has had its share of problems getting guys to the ground. And here's another example. They never should have allowed this play to gain as many yards as it did. But poor tackling early in the play led to big yardage after the fact.
2 yards the loss, second and 12. He stayed afloat for a second there after the first wave of contact, but that was going nowhere.
Yeah, what did he tell us in pregame? I just don't want to get my feet stopped initially when I'm trying to make a run. That's exactly what happened there. Unfortunately, as you noted, got away a little bit from the first one, but the wave swarmed him under.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 79 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Throwing quickly, that's caught by Brown out wide. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
They'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's third down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Sanders. And looking for a lane, but none to be found for Sanders as they stop him short of the line to gain. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1.
This has not been a fun game for this defense. They've definitely had their share of struggles, but they needed to make a play right there, and they finally get it done on 3rd and goal.
Ready.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Eagles take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And Rager will not return it, so it'll come out to the 25 on the touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense.
Corral under pressure, and down he goes. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Corral from the gun on third down here. He finds his man, complete. It's Chandler, and he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a fourth down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a fourth down?
They'll go for it on fourth. Here's Corral. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Vikings are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on ESPN. On first down, it's Corral. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hawkinson. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Corral to throw on first and 10. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
On the play fake, Corral. And he just chuck that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Corral here, working from the gun. Hauled in over the middle by Rager.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Vikings, first down. First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Now a handoff to Chandler.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
A quick throw by Corral. It's complete.
Touchdown, Vikings!
Justin Jefferson.
A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Vikings go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Corral throwing for it.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense.
Right? That's true. You've said that before.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30.
Their own 33-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw in this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Another run with Sanders. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Forced out to his left. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Sets up to throw it.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Watkins.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Now, there was a time when I would have been upset at teams throwing the ball with a big lead late, but I've evolved a little bit. I've come around. Ultimately, they're looking for first downs, and if they think the air is the best place to do it, then so be it. In addition, you probably got a quarterback gets a nice bonus if he keeps completing passes. So they want to keep throwing the football? Fine by me.
A give running left. It's Sanders.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. 92 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
Here we go. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Up the middle they go with Sanders. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. On the counter now, it's Sanders. And he'll wind up picking up about 4 as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Play action. Here's Hurts. And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down. The kick by Elliott is good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
Out of his end zone, here comes Jalen Reagor. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's 2nd down. Corral looking to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. Well, time, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defense's side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. And the Vikings are going to beef up their secondary here. 6 DBs on third. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And this coaching staff, CD, I think you'd agree, pleased with this overall effort.
I think they're more than pleased, right? They've got to look at each other like,